Good morning, children. Welcome to our online class, Standard 6. Lesson Human Organ System. The next topic, Muscular System. In the body, muscular system along with the skeletal and nervous system is responsible for the body movements. Muscles can contract and therefore help in moving other parts of the body. It maintains the posture and body position. Yes, children, the muscle maintain the posture of the body and the position. There are three types of muscles, namely skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. Okay, next one, skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles of our body are attached to bones. The bones are attached to the muscles, skeletal muscles. They are called voluntary muscle because they can be controlled by our will. Example, muscles of arm. Okay. Next, smooth muscles are found in the walls in the digestive tract, urinary bladder, arteries and the other internal organ. They are called involuntary muscle because they will not controlled by our will. It's always working. Next one, cardiac muscle. The walls of the heart is made up of cardiac muscle. They are capable of rhythmic contraction continuously and involuntary in nature. This is called cardiac muscle. Next, muscular system. See the diagram, children. Next one, digestive system. Digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and associated glands. The system is involved in the conversion of complex food substances into simple forms and absorption to digested food. Yes, digestive system is the complex food substances into simple form and absorption of digestion food. The digestive gland associated with alimentary canal are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. These are the three systems present the digestive gland. They secrete enzymes with the help in process of digestion of food in the digestive tract or alimentary canal. The alimentary canal is about 9 meters long. Stomach is a major organ for digestion of food materials. Yes, stomach is the major organ. What we eat, any food things to digest in the stomach. Absorption of digested food occur in the small intestine. Next, digestive system. See the diagram, children. Mouth, liver, small intestine, salivary gland, stomach, large intestine. Next one, respiratory system. Respiration. What is respiration? The air, inhale and exhale of air. Inhale of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide. Respiratory system is involved in exchange of respiratory gases and thereby help us to breathe. The human respiratory system consists of nostril, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and lungs. It helps in the movement of air in and out of the body. Exchange of O2 and CO2 occurs between air in the lung and blood. The entry of the food into the windpipe is prevented by a flap-like structure called epiglottis. Okay. Next one, lungs. Lungs are the main respiratory organ. They are located within the chest cavity. The trachea, commonly called a windpipe, is a tube supported by cartilaginous rings that connect the pharynx and larynx to the lungs, allowing the passage of air. The trachea divides into right and left bronchi and enter into the lungs. They divide further and end in small air sacs called alveoli. The lungs are covered by a double layer pleura. Next, diffusion of gases O2 and CO2. occurs across the alveolar membrane. See the respiratory system, children. Nasal cavity, bronchus, lungs and diaphragm. Okay, next one. Exchange of gases by the respiratory system involves three different processes such as first one external respiration and second one internal respiration, third one cellular respiration. First one intake of O2 from the air and releasing of CO2 from the lungs occurs through nostril is called the external. Then taking in the oxygen and give out of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide too and from all parts of the body. Hemoglobin in the red blood cells transport O2 and CO2 is called the internal respiration. Next, cellular respiration take place in O2 and release carbon dioxide. Okay, next one, circulatory system. The circulatory system is one of the important system consisting of heart, blood vessel and blood. It transports respiratory gases, nutrients, hormones and waste material within the body. It protects the body from harmful pathogens and also regulates the body temperature. Next one, heart. Heart is located in the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. The heart is four-chambered and is surrounded by a double layer membrane called a pericardium. What are the four layers? Left arteries and left vein. Next, right artery and right vein. Okay. Next one, the heart pumps blood continuously throughout our lifetime. Okay, see the diagram, children. Sinus node, right atrium, AV node, left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, blood vessels. Three types of blood vessels are present in the body. There are arteries, vein and capillaries. They form a closed network through which the blood is circulated. Next, blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue of red color. We are already know the blood is red in color, containing plasma and blood cells. There are three types of blood cells, namely red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and blood platelets. RBCs are produced in the bone marrow. Okay, next, see the picture, children. This is the circulatory system. How to circulation the blood in our body. Okay, superior vena cava, aorta, heart, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, capillaries, arteries and veins. Okay, next one, nervous system. It is one of the very important system. It is well developed in the human and is composed of neurons and nerves or nerve cell. This system includes brain, spinal cord, sensory organ and nerves. The two important functions of the nervous system along with the endocrine system are conduction and coordination. Yes, the main thing of the nervous system is conduction and coordination. So, see the picture, nervous system, brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerves. Okay, next one, brain. The brain is a complex organ which is placed inside in the cranium. Cranium is frontal lobe of the brain. It is protected by three-layered tissue covering called a meninges. The brain has three regions, namely forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. It is controlling center of the body. See the picture, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata is present in the brain. Next one, spinal cord. It is the extension of medulla oblongata of the hindbrain and is enclosed within the vertebral column. Spinal cord connects the brain to different parts of the body through nerves. Next one, the function of nerves. Sensory input, the conduction of signal from sensory receptors. integration, the interpretation of the sensory signal and the formulation of responses. Next, motor output, the conduction of signal from the brain and the spinal cord to efforts such as muscle and gland cells. Okay. Next one, sensory organs, children. Now we stop the lesson in the motor output. Okay, sensory organs is tomorrow next class we will see in the sensory organ. Okay, thank you children.